when enough is enough DAYENU. 2 Corinthians 2-6, 7, and 8. Sufficient for such a one is this punishment, which was inflicted by the majority, so that on the contrary you should rather forgive and comfort him, let somehow such a one be overwhelmed by excessive sorrow. There is tender wisdom in Paul's words to the Corinthians. There is a recognition that justice and mercy must eventually meet. Someone in their community had caused real pain, genuine grief that rippled through the entire church. The offense was serious enough that Paul had written about it previously. Consequences followed. Discipline was administered. And then Paul says something unexpected. It's enough. In Hebrew, the word is DAYENU. It is sufficient. The punishment has done its work. Now it's time for something harder than holding a grudge. I was a time to forgive and comfort, so that he will not be overwhelmed by excessive sorrow. Paul isn't minimizing the hurt or rushing past the pain. He recognizes that there comes a moment when continued condemnation becomes its own form of cruelty. We live in a culture that struggles with this balance. We either excuse wrongdoing too quickly or we weaponize shame indefinitely. Social media has taught us to pile on, to never forget, to define people permanently by their worst moments. But Paul offers a different way that holds both truth and grace. There must be some point in a broken relationship where it is enough, a place where healing matters more than rehearsing grief. Not because what happened didn't matter, but because people aren't meant to be buried under the weight of their failures forever. These hurts become part of our story. They shape us, teach us, humble us, but they aren't meant to torment us or define us eternally. Paul's urging is striking. Reaffirm your love for him. Not just tolerate him. Not just stop punishing him. Love him. Actively, intentionally demonstrate that he still belongs, that his identity is more than his mistake, that the community sees him as redeemable because Christ has already declared him redeemed. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Those who refuse to forgive aren't protecting themselves. They are poisoning themselves. Unforgiveness doesn't keep us safe. It keeps us stuck. It doesn't guard our hearts. It calcifies them. Meanwhile, the person who wronged us may move on, may grow, may become someone entirely different, while we remain frozen in the moment of injury, endlessly replaying our pain. 10 years from now, the details of most of our grievances will have faded. The people who witnessed them will have moved on to their own dramas and crises. But the person we have become through choosing either bitterness or forgiveness will remain. Just a thought from Just Larry. DAYENU.